Hi, Pre-K. I'm going to read you one more story before Christmas, and the name of this story is The Littlest Reindeer. Dot was a reindeer. She lived with her family at the North Pole. There were many reindeer in Santa's village, but Dot was the littlest. This is Dot right here. See how small she is. Dot was the littlest. Dot had a friend named Oliver. He was the littlest elf in Santa's village. Dot and Oliver were Santa's special helpers, but Dot wanted another job too. There's Dot and there's Oliver. More than anything, Dot wanted to help Santa fly his sleigh. Santa would be choosing a new reindeer soon, and Dot was excited. She just needed a few lessons, and then she would be ready. See how little she is compared to the other reindeers? They're bigger. Dot's sister, Stina, showed her how to get a running start. Dot's cousins watched too. Run, faster, faster. See, they're trying to teach her how to run. But Dot's little short legs just couldn't keep up. I bet Carl can help, Stina said comfortably. She's kind of sad looking now. Then Dot's brother Carl showed her how to make the first leap into the air. It's called the takeoff, he said. Okay, now you try, Carl told Dot. So he leaped up into the air to take off. Dot tried with all her might to jump in the air. Carl laughed. Very funny, Dot. Now, try a real jump this time. That was it, Dot whispered. Oh, Carl said. Well, maybe Grandpa would have a suggestion. Let's see what happens next. Dot's grandpa was in the stable. I need help jumping, she told him. I know exactly what to do, he said. Dot's grandpa showed her how to jump from the stable loft and how to fly. Kick, kick. There's the grandpa. But when Dot tried to jump off the platform, she sank right into a big hay pile. Dot's grandpa pulled her out. Why don't you go talk to your mama? So they're all trying to help her. Let's see what happens. Dot's mama was at the supply store. She was picking up a new harness made especially for Dot. Look at that, a new harness for Dot. Look at that. It's Dot's mama. But when Dot tried it on, the harness slipped right off. We can fix it, Dot's mama said. But Dot shook her head. I'm just too little. I can't run, I can't jump, I can't fly. Dot's mama nuzzled in close. But you will soon. There's always next year. Is Dot happy or sad, guys? You're right. Dot is sad. Is she sad because the harness is too big or too little? You're right. That harness is too big. Dot clopped through Santa's village. She was very sad. Would she ever be big enough to help Santa fly the sleigh? Just then Dot's friend Oliver appeared at her side. What's the matter? Oliver asked. I'm too little to fly Santa's sleigh, Dot said. But you're not too little to do lots of other things, Oliver said. Look at that. Oliver's trying to cheer her up. That's what good friends do. Dot and Oliver made a snowman. Oh, look. They played tag with their friend Charlie. They made Christmas cards for their families. So there are other things he can do. And they even helped a baby fox find his mama. At the end of a busy afternoon, they collapsed in a snowbank to rest. See, Oliver said, look at all the things we can do. Dot smiled and felt better already. Do you see what they're doing in this picture? They're making snow angels. They're laying on the ground and moving their arms and legs to make snow angels. So Dot's feeling better. Before Dot knew it, Christmas Eve had arrived. The entire North Pole came out to send Santa and the reindeer off on their important journey. Dot's grandpa gave her a big nuzzle. That's kind of like giving a kiss when they talk about nuzzles. This will be you next year, he said. Look at that. He's saying you're going to be big enough next year to be one of those reindeer guiding the sleigh. Everybody cheered and waved as the reindeer got their running start. But then Dot noticed a tiny present in the snow. It had fallen out of Santa's sleigh. Look at that. Dot saw it. Oliver looked at Dot. Go, go, he cried. Then she picked up the gift and ran as fast as she could. Just as the reindeer lifted Santa's sleigh high into the air, Dot jumped. It was her highest jump ever as she kicked her legs as hard as she could. Suddenly she was flying. She leaped right into the sleigh. Santa smiled. Well done, Dot. Oh, look, she ran as fast as she could and she jumped into the sleigh so she could bring that present to Santa. When Dot returned to the North Pole early the next morning with Santa and the other reindeer, the whole village was waiting for her. See, she got to go on Santa's journey anyway. The whole village is waiting for her. Everyone surrounded Dot with hugs and cheers. I knew you could do it, Oliver cried. Remember, Oliver's the littlest elf, her best friend. Dot finally found a way to help Santa and his sleigh. Sometimes little is the perfect size after all. But even better, having a friend by your side makes everything possible. Look at that. Because Dot was little, do you think maybe Dot was closer to the ground and could see that little package in the ground where the other reindeer didn't see it? So Dot kind of saved the day. The end. I like that story. It's a story about a reindeer that wanted to help pull the sleigh and was kind of the underdog, kind of like our friend Rudolph. And this one's name is Dot. And I like what happened with Dot. That was a very cute story. Okay, I hope you all have a nice break from school and a wonderful holiday. And we will be back in touch soon. Bye-bye.